Are you guys always getting stuck in the top 25 in Fortnite Battle Royale? If so, then this video is perfect for you, as it will show you on how to secure the win every time once you get into the top 25. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin. Alright, so my previous video on the channel, actually, you guys supported it so much. We got 400 likes on that video. And basically it showed you the best strategy to actually make sure that you get in the top 25. And then after that, we have this video right here, which is going to show you how to make sure that you can secure the win. So if you want to know the best setup strategy, what guns to get, where to land, and basically all of that stuff, make sure you do go check out that other video. That will be the top link in the description. So make sure you do go ahead and check that out. It's a really cool video and I hope that it can help you out. Once you've done that, come back to this video and let's get into this right now, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you do like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's begin the tips and tricks tutorial. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a few things that are actually going to help you win more gunfights. So in the top 25, you're not going to be losing any gunfights, which will therefore secure you the win. And basically, if you want to win every single gunfight, if you are a crazy good builder, you have a way better advantage over the other player if he is not a builder, as you can build to your advantage and just get such an advantage over the other player that he can't do anything against you. And if you can just shoot him down, it's going to be as easy as that. So you just going to want to make sure that you have materials ready and make sure that you also know how to build and what to build in different situations. So you're always going to want to have the high ground over the enemy, just like in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. When Obi-Wan, he has the high ground over Anakin, and guess what? He wins the lightsaber fight, alright? So that means that you got to have the high ground, okay? So basically, to get the high ground, what I like doing is I like getting one set of stairs and just building walls all around it, and this is for mostly long to medium range gunfights. Do that, which will stop you from getting shot from behind and also in front, and it will give you advantage over the other player if he's just standing on the ground, and you can just go ahead and spray at him while he's sitting there and doing absolutely nothing. That's probably one of the best strategies that I like to use for medium range gunfights. And if there's a guy right in front of you, I would just go ahead and just build upstairs. If he's building upstairs as well, you go ahead and make sure you build upstairs and try and trick the other player. Try and just make him confused in the building where you know exactly what you're doing. You need to be in control. You need to make sure that you know what you're building, where you're going. And it's going to take practice to actually make sure you can go ahead and build properly. But if you can master this skill, you're going to be winning a lot more gunfights and definitely going to be winning a lot more games. So just use those stairs to your advantage. And if you're in like the final few, you're going to want to make sure that you have a base ready. If you're in the zone, build a base, which out of whatever material you want, I would recommend either brick or metal. Use those two, and you're going to want to build a base, and make sure you have the high ground over everyone else in the lobby. If you see another guy on top of a mountain, you're not going to want to build under the mountain, as he can just shoot right above you, and you're just going to die from that guy there. So you're going to want to make sure that you have the high ground, and you can see everyone on the whole map. Well, maybe not everyone, but you want to make sure that everyone can see you all the way up there, okay? Everyone got to be looking up at you. You don't want people looking down at you. So that's the only reason I would build a base, if you're actually in that good position that you can look over everyone. But if you're not in that good position, you're going to want to make sure that you can get in that good position, and you're going to take on the guy that is in the good position. If he's on the top of the hill, you're going to want to try and take down that guy as soon as possible before he gets set up there and everyone's going to be rushing him. So you're going to want to make sure that you take that guy down earlier, and by doing that, you're going to want to use the building skills that I was showing you before. You're going to want to make sure you can build up to the mountain, jump pad up to the mountain, do whatever you can, and jump pads are really good, as you can use them to your advantage a lot, and basically secure an easy kill if the other person doesn't see you jump pad, as you're literally dead silent when you come in jump padding. So you're going to want to make sure that you do steal that high ground, so you can have the advantage over everyone else on the map, which will put you in the front seat, and you're going to be more likely once again to secure the win. But just because you got the high ground doesn't mean that you're invincible. Now, once you're in the high ground, you're going to want to make sure that you're going to keep off everyone. You need to make sure that you got a clear view of everywhere else. And if anyone rushes you, you need to know how to deal with them properly without actually making them do exactly what you did to the other guy when you rushed him. So let's talk about that more. So you're never going to want to allow someone to go ahead and rush you. You're going to always want to make sure that you're always putting pressure on them. So when they're rushing you, they don't know what they're doing, and then they're shaking, and then maybe they'll mess up their steps, or maybe they'll mess up their buildings, and just you can absolutely make the most of that just by pressuring them. So even if you've got terrible aim, just shoot at the player. Even if you're not hitting him, you're adding more pressure on the player if he's rushing you, because there's most likely in a game going to be players that rush you, and you're going to want to make sure that you're staying in the front seat and make sure that he is not going to be able to kill you. So basically, just keep putting pressure on them, whether it's spraying them, shooting RPGs near them, shooting RPGs at their base if they're building that. That basically, if you keep doing that, they're going to be under a lot of pressure, and they're going to be more likely to mess up. And even in gunfights at close range, if you're just shooting off shots at them, they're going to get a lot more scared. So make sure that you're always doing that, because basically that's a big thing, adding pressure to the opponent. Now another thing, ladies and gentlemen, is what I see a lot of people do in the top 25. And they just stand still. They're not looking around their surroundings at all times. They're just standing there, and it's like they want to die. And basically, if you're in a base, you're not going to want to just peek out and aim at this one dude. You're always going to want to make sure that you're looking around you, because people are going to be coming up behind you. They're going to be coming in front of you. You need to make sure that you are in control and you can see everyone, and don't just stand there and watch one guy running across the hills or running behind a rock. Or if there's a guy sitting behind the rock, don't just aim at the corner for 10 minutes. It's not going to work. You're going to want to make sure that you're always looking around everywhere, not just peeking in one direction. You're going to want to make sure that you're always running around, and if you are running, make sure that you're running unpredictably. Don't just run in a straight line. Make sure you're running side to side, jumping up and down, because most people will not be able to snipe you in that position. If you're jumping up and down and moving unpredictably, people are not going to be able to snipe you. It's just as easy as that. You're going to be a hard target to hit, which most people do get sniped in the final 25, because everyone does have good loot. They got snipers, and they're just watching these noobs just stand still, which are easy kills for them. You're not going to want to be standing in the middle of the open, mining down trees. You're going to want to be playing smart, and that's how you're going to get all your wins, by playing smart. So that's another one of my tips. Don't stand still, because you're just going to die. It's just a fact. Now, if you follow the tips that I gave you previously, you should be able to get into the top 5, even top 10, just by doing those tips, and that's where it starts getting a little more tough. The zone's getting a lot smaller, and everything's about to go down. As everything's about to go down at the end, this is where your aim needs to be the best, and this is where you need to make sure that you're doing the right plays and doing the right thing. So it's easy if you're in the zone, as you don't have to move, but if you are out of the zone, you're going to want to move early. You're not going to want to wait to the last second where the guy's watching everyone come through the zone. You're going to want to leave early and make sure you do rush the guy in the zone. Even though it might not be your forte rushing people, you're going to need to get good at it if you're going to want to win, because you're not going to want to sit there and just look at this guy sitting up on top of the hill until the zone comes in and just wait for your inevitable death. You're going to want to rush him straight away, get him out of the way, then hopefully be in the good position that he was and watch the other stranglers come in from the zone. If you're in that position, you should be able to get in the top 3 easily like that. If it happens again, you're not in the zone, keep moving into the zone so you can have the advantage over everyone else in the entire lobby, because you're always going to be in the zone first. So basically, if you do that, you should be able to get in the top 3, and the top 3 is really tough. You're going to want to make sure you know where everyone is. For me, sometimes there's a lot of people hiding behind trees. That's usually how I die in the top 3. People just camping in bushes, hiding behind trees. So check the trees, check the bushes, make sure there's no one laying around. Wailing Woods is one of the hardest zones, as literally it's just trees everywhere. They could be in any tree, and that's one of the hardest zones. Now, if you're in the top 3, there's going to most likely be other people in bases. Explosives are the best way to get them out of bases. Also, jump pads. So if there is people in the top 3 with bases, you're going to want to take them down. You're not going to want them to be sitting in the base. If you don't want to play aggressive, you can go ahead, use an RPG, grenades, or grenade launcher, try and take the base down. Or you can go and get a launch pad and try and launch pad into the base and try and catch the guy with his pants down, I guess. So basically, if you do that, you'll be able to get a ton more wins than you do without doing all those strategies. So I hope that did work for you. If you guys want to go check out some other videos on my channel of Fortnite, I've got one that gives you the best weapon setup as well. Go to my channel, look at my Fortnite videos. I have some really good tips and tricks. So if you guys are having any other troubles in Fortnite, make sure you do go ahead and tell me, so I can actually go ahead and make a video, and maybe you can feature it in the video. So in the comment section below, tell me what you're having trouble with in Fortnite, and I'll try and make a video to go ahead and help you out. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I really do hope this video helped you out. How many wins do you guys have? Tell me in the comment section below. I want to know, and tell me if this has helped you and if you've got more wins by doing these strategies. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that'll end of the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Anyway, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.